Now then, welcome back to another episode of the Divine RPG. This episode's slightly different. I'm currently not joined by Mondef and Tanhan. We decided that it would be a good idea to get a bit of a base and an XP farm going, so unlike every other episode where I've waited for the other guys to get on the server so we can play together, this time I'm out here on my own. And it's pretty scary being all on my own, but an episode or so ago we did manage to basically get this base set up, and all it is a fence around preventing the other biomes that have hostiles getting in. This area maybe not so much, but it's a fun place to kill them in the water. So I've been just chopping down jungle trees to make a load of wood. My little role here at base is going to make an XP farm. Now I'm going to go with the classic XP farm, well, mob farm, that's probably so similar to how Etho originally made a mob farm that it is basically Etho's design. However, I'm going to be just a bit different in the fact that I am doing it in the Divine RPG, and the mobs here behave slightly differently. I have noticed though that when looking at the wiki of the mobs that we've found in Divine RPG, there are some basic similarities that we can abuse and use to farm up the mob drops instead of having to put ourselves at risk all the time. So that is what I'm doing here. I will chop the rest of this tree down to get the rest of the wood, make a ton of ladders, and then this hole here I'm going to dig all the way down to bedrock, sealing all of the walls in as I go down so that no caverns or anything lead onto it. And if I do find a cavern, I'm going to quickly light up that cavern and not get myself killed if possible, and put ladders all the way back up it. Okay, and then I will be back with more development on what's going to happen down at the basement level. Okay, so now I'm all the way down at bedrock level, and I can't go any further. I'm down on solid bedrock. Now it's not flat bedrock in this Feed the Beast pack, so I'm going to have to bear in mind that bedrock will get in my way. Now I need to have a 2 high like this. Now this is okay for us to be in the mob trap. This is good, this is fine. But I need mobs to be coming from that direction. So, be like that. Yes. So I need to make sure that this is the trench that they're in, which means I need to go another 3 higher. And I can also hear lava around. So that's going to be like the ceiling, and this is going to be a trench. So I've got quite a lot of digging to do, because all the way up to there and all the way out. Now these are quite literally the best levels for digging on. This is level 12, so let's make a little ceiling level here. Let's go there, there, there. Okay, so this is level 14. So everything below there needs to come out in several directions, and then the floor itself I'll probably be filling in afterwards, but I want to dig through around the bedrock because there's going to be a ton of very good resources hidden in amongst all this bedrock, and that's where I need to get stuff out of. So there's a lot of digging involved here, and I'm going to get through a lot of pickaxes. There's another one already. Just to check to see if there's anything of any value in any of these. Oh, there's a bit of something. Just a bit of coal. Oh well. So if it's cobblestone, that bit's been checked. That's what I know. And that's how I'll know. But I'm going to have to do a lot of digging out grab all the resources, and I'm also going to set up a base camp around here somewhere, so I might do that just here actually. Set myself up with a bit of a base camp. I brought down a crafting table and a couple of furnaces, so I'll start with the crafting table, and I've got a bit of wood. Let's make another pick very quickly, and then it's tons and tons of digging out again, and that's all there is to it. Lots and lots of digging out. So let's make a slightly larger area to start off with for base camp down here, and I'd only really want it 3 high. That's fine, because I'm going to put half slabs down. I don't know for a fact if mobs can spawn on half slabs in Divine RPG or not, so I'm taking a bit of a gamble that they can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this little area with half slabs, so that whenever they come to me or spawn here while I'm down there digging, I'm not going to get a nasty shock when I come back up, which is a good plan, I should think. Everyone agrees, because these mobs, they hit hard, don't they? Real hard. So let's have our chest there, and then we can have more furnaces here if necessary. And I'll be back when I've made some progress, guys. I'm going to hollow the place out a bit and let you guys see it as it's being developed. I'll explain all in due course, but there's a lot of digging ahead of me, so I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's been a long while, and I'm hungry. Well, actually I'm not, I've got loads of bacon, but while I was looking through the NEI for something, I found hot pumpkin pie. You just cook a pumpkin and you get hot pumpkin pie. So that's quite nice. I thought I'd have some of that while I was having a break. I'm still on my own here, but I've been on and off all day. I've not been here all day. I've been doing plenty of other things in life as well. But I have made a lot of progress in the times that I've been on here. First thing you'll notice is a Realmite shovel. The Realmite shovel has been a godsend. Let's go down to the base. I'll make some torches down there. My little workshop level, and I'll show you all the good stuff that I've found. I have finished hollowing everything out. I've got to relay a load of blocks to make the trap work, but I finished hollowing out at least. Nothing in any of these. Good. Lots and lots of cobble and dirt and gravel and the like, and I've been cooking smooth stone so that I can carry on with the job and smooth out all the edges, which has been the little thing that I wanted to do. I'll leave that there for now. Trapdoors, ladders, more jungle wood. Actually, I'm going to need some jungle wood. Let's take some of that. One more to make it evens. And yeah, I've already had a load of torches, but check it out. This is the hoard that I've received from digging out down there. Realmite 10, 1 rupee. I had to kill something because I forgot to put half slabs down. Redstone galore. Iron, but I've been using lots of iron for iron picks, and I've used 4 Realmite, so that's 14 technically. Found 11 diamonds as well, and tons of coal, which I've been using up almost as fast as I've been finding it, which is not really a problem. Not really a problem. Well, I'll just take some of those down. As you can see, I've got lots of half slabs and cobble in the chest. I have been busy. So, according to my radar in the bottom corner of the screen, I have no mobs present. And yes, the half slabs have worked. So I've got half slabs here, look, and nothing has been spawning or been able to spawn while I've been working, because that's it. Now these are... all these half slabs will need to be removed to make these spawning platforms. But if you've ever seen the Ethos Labs spawner, there will be a water elevator going right up here from the centre here, and from that there will be water streams pushing everything down to it and then sending it up. However, I've put my design slightly off centre because I want to come down straight into that. to get the most active killing range. I don't want to be trying to figure out water systems to take them all the way up and kill them up there and then drop them down. So we are physically going to come down to this spot, well, not quite this spot, a bit further down, and kill anything that's been pushed towards the water streams behind some protection. Now, we're going to have a little platform here for viewing, just to make sure that things are working okay in here. And it gets pretty dark when there's no sunlight, as you can see. So I'm going to have to try and keep the light as best as possible so we can see what we're doing. I have had things spawning down here between goes, and I have hollowed out underneath, because I had to make sure where... oh, that's an ender spider, that's not so good. I didn't know that they could still come down. Maybe he just teleported. No, they're not that hard to kill, though. Shut up, I killed him already. There you go. Yeah, so all of this is hollowed out, and all of this is half slabs as well. However, I haven't been through all the bedrock and hacked out all of the bedrock yet. I'm planning to do that as well. But I basically wanted to get an idea of how much space I had and see how deep the bedrock is. So as long as this is my bottom trench, I should be okay overall. That's quite a ways up there. So yeah, lots of resource gathering, lots of work, and now I've got to fill in and take off all of these half slabs and fill in and check underneath to see if there's any more good resources. And then I will get on with the water systems and the waterways, and I'll show you how I'm doing the waterways in the next little clip. Until then, I'm going to get back to it. Oh, just before I go, let me just explain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6. 6 by 6 squares with a 2 wide trench running down them. And the ceiling is going to be 1, 2, 3 high, so we get the cyclopses spawning in here. Okay, that's it. Right, I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you later. Okay, so the final layout is done. And now for the water. So the water is fairly straightforward. I shall begin just by pushing water down, but I've got to remove all the half slabs as I go. So for a start, I'm going to have this down here. I'm going to make this into the water, infinite water stream that I will need for everything else, like that. Right, so up here. Right, and I've got an Enderman who's wandering about down here, not really helping things, popping around like that. Right, so let's start with this. We'll take up all the slabs that I carefully placed down. Like so. We don't want those there. Stick another couple there, and then water on top, water on top. And that brings us out, and we do that on every corner. On these straighter areas like this, it needs to come out a little bit further, but I'll show you that in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll quickly go around and do every corner section like that. Very simple. Leave the plates down here because I don't want anything spawning, and then I'll show you the next little stage in a minute. Yes, another cut. Right, so I've put water like this on all 4 corners. Now the next stage is to get the water to flow down into the middles. So from here, they'll come in and they'll either go one way or the other, because the water will meet where I'll put this here. But before I go and open this water up, I want to make sure that the water's got plenty. So I'm going to go down just there, like that. And that goes down. Now, I want to make sure that they go and follow on. So the water pushes you up a step. Yeah? Water just makes mobs just flow up the steps. But then we need water pushing this way. So what we do is we put a sign behind the stairs. Yeah? And put a water on the stairs themselves. like so, which then pushes them into the next section. So whichever way they go, they're going to end up being pushed down here. So if we go around this side, that didn't help. Let's go up here. No, not going to work. Go over here and jump over. Parkour over? No, not me. I don't parkour. That's a bad idea. Right, do this and this. Get 2 buckets again. Right, so on this other section here, you'll see now that the water will constantly flow, and half of them will go that way and the other half need to come this way. So we take out the... Oh, I missed filling a few spaces down there. Half a job. I thought I'd done alright. Right, so there, and there and there. Okay, and we'll put that and that there. We put the signs just behind them, like this. Like so. And then the water on top of the steps, and then the only way the water can flow is that way, taking us down there, which is how we want it. And then once we open up these half slabs, the water will come rushing in. Apart from the one square just here, which has always been a problem with this design, and it messes the whole thing up. But all we do to simply sort that, rain, thank you, rain, go away, is over here on the corner. Let's see if I can hold off. Just up there, at the top there, just place a water bucket, and then take the water bucket away, and that then sets the whole flow. So it doesn't matter which way they get pushed, they're going to get pushed towards a middle lane. And that's the next thing to do on each corner, is to set this water flow up. So they're constantly, mobs will just get pushed. See, I didn't touch my controllers at all then. So no matter which platform they spawn on, as soon as they fall into the water has them, and the water pushes them down. And I'm going to do that on all 4 corners as well now. Then I'll show you how to do the main trench down to the middle bit. Right, so pretty much all of them now, from every corner, every lane runs into the main middle lane that will take them to the killing area. This last one, I'm just going to finish off, but they're all flowing, no matter where you fall into the water, wherever the mobs fall, they will end up towards the centre. So you can get mobs that are splashing around and moving about, and they'll just go down this direction and up the step and carry on flowing. And there's not a lot they can do about it. They will just follow the water. They'll try and jump out, obviously. But these little sections here are the reason why we need to have bedrock a lower level. You see the bedrock there? That's why I had to have 1, 2, 3 blocks high, even though it's a 2-block trench. Because at this stage of the trench, it goes 3 blocks down. So these stages is important to figure out where the bedrock was across the whole room before I started building 3 higher than bedrock, and then filling in a whole level so the water could sit on. So now that section's done, and this 1 block here, I've already shown you, just to clarify, that's always going to be the case, and you don't want to leave those lying around. So you just put a water down, take a water back, and then the water will correct itself, so it will just push the mobs in the right direction. And then we're down to just doing the central points. So let's do that one last. Let's do this one first. So we take all of the water from here. Now, we're going to have the same thing going on at this point as we've had on the earlier ones. Like, we're going to go down 3, so that when the water connects up, it pushes them down into the trap. So these 2 waters connect up here and push down into steps and up into the trap, which is another important part of the whole trap. But at the end here, you have to get the water slightly different, because it's the straight bit. It's a straight run. It's not just 2 streams joining together, it's 3 streams joining together. In order to make sure the 3 streams work together well, you don't just put 1 at the back and put the water on, you put 2 at the back for the water on. It's important still to have water all the way in it, because they could fall off at any point. You don't want to leave too many platforms for them just to hover around on. bad enough that you've got all of these 6x6 platforms from just to hover around on waiting to get by. So then those go. Whoop, go back. Thank you. But now all of the water streams connect perfectly at this point, and all the water flow goes down towards the trap. So no matter which direction they come in, they are going to get pushed down into the water trap down here. Yeah? So I'm going to do that on all the other sides, and then it's a little bit more complicated what I'm doing in the centre here, where we're going to have our kill zone. So I'll do another cut, because it's all just the same. I've got 3 more sides to do coming to here, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do in the killing field. Alright, so we're back. I've now got some glass. I went and got some sand, did some glass work. And I also want to show you this that I found. If you put cobblestone together, you normally get a wall. Like that. Now there's a thing in NEI for fences. Fence, even. Fence. And there was a stone fence. So let's R on that. And that says cobblestone like that gives you a stone fence. So cobblestone like that gives you a wall. Cobblestone like that, according to NEI, gives you a stone fence. Not quite right. So the NEI recipe is wrong in this case. Now, what else can we do? We do wooden fence, wooden fence, wooden fence. Nether brick fence. See, I need 2 fences that go together. Normal fences, which I think I've already got some of. I think they're upstairs. I'm going to go and get those. But I also need another type of fence to give us just a small gap. What I think I might do is half slab. Half slab and a normal fence, because those stone fences were going to be what I used until we've got nether fences. I'm also setting up vines to come all the way down. If you hadn't noticed that on the way up, normal fence. There we go. Right, do I have any more? Any more fences? Yes, that'll probably do me. That's all that I need, really. Right, there's no other type of fence posts. What are these? Aluminum fences. Redstone. 6 redstone makes that. Okay, well, let's test out that crafting recipe, because we've got plenty of redstone. So, yeah, that'll do. And 4 red fence posts will be all I need, so we'll try that out. It's a shame the cobblestone walls have come in since this mod came out, potentially. Yeah, the idea is to grow vines all the way down here, so that the ladders get taken up. And we've got a fall zone, so you can fall, and the vines are on all 4 sides, and they'll just carry you. We need to have that come all the way down here, really. Now, I choose vines because when I put the glass in, because I want to make sure that they can't get through this spot here, so I'm going to be putting glass down. You can't put ladders on glass, but we want the glass so we can see where they are, see where the mobs are. Let's get back up there. I can take these off now, so I'm working in this area. Right, so vines will grow down the glass, and we'll be able to climb up the glass on vines, which makes it very, very useful. Which is better than the ladder then. Now, I'm going to do this row last. But round this side, we want to make sure that it's only too high for a start, so they can't get in here. I'm doing this one last because I need to be able to get out there and mess about with everything. So let's switch over to these 2 fences. Now, if we do that fence there, I don't know what it does, but it's made out of redstone. And that there, that gives us a shot at them without them being able to have a shot back at us. In theory, and the drops should still flow up to here so we get the flow right. I'm still keeping this water in here for now though, because I've got to do this last little bit. So that there, and that there. And then we can still get in and out, but there's no mobs that are small enough to get through that same gap. So we can collect the loot. I still want to make sure that they can't get through there and they can't see us, however, so we are going to continue with glass all the way down to the fence posts. But first up, I'm going to need to finish off the water going to them. And hopefully that's all the kill trap we need. We need to be able to get up and down there like that. So, signs and water buckets. So it's fairly simple when we get round to doing this bit. So sign at the back, get the water buckets, and put water on top of the steps on either side. That should now bring all the mobs to the fence posts and be stuck, and also allow us access to fire between them, and any mob drops will also come this way. The only problem is some mob drops may fall down there if we knock them back as we kill them, but that's not a big issue really, is it? If we lose a few mob drops, we can always go and fetch them by being able to get in somehow. At the minute though, I don't really fancy worrying about that. We shall see if I can develop this little plan further once it's proven that it's working properly. Let's get it working properly first. So, with all the glass in place, apart from these last 2 blocks here, and all the fences in place, ready for the kill trap, you can just sort of hide to one side or the other and have the protection of the fence posts so they can't hit back. They can't hit down through it. Should be good to go. The vines are growing down nicely, so we'll leave them to carry on going, and once they're down the bottom here, we'll be able to put something to jump up onto the vines and get our way up and down. But while I was down here, I noticed these redstone fences that are made turn on and light the area, which is fairly cool. I thought, fairly cool. I might try and conceal those underneath these blocks if possible, somehow lighting them constantly, because the lighting levels here, this is 12 at the minute because of the light being on, but as soon as I turn it off it goes down to 4, which means normal mobs can spawn. So I'm going to leave that light on for now, saves putting torches down, although torches will take up a bit less space. Now we're going to have a viewing platform over here, this here, another way down, and put glass around it as a viewing platform. Now I'm going to have to remove all of the slabs that are on all these, and be fairly careful doing so, and work back to this point, because when I'm standing over here, mobs could be spawning over the far side over there. So I'm going to have to be very quick and very careful and not get stuck in any of these little traps that I've set out for them. So I'm going to dig all these up, and I'm going to record it just in case anything happens, but if nothing happens then I'll be a quick cut when I've finished and sealed it all up, and we'll see if it's working. Oh, they're already spawning over that side. Luckily the water will take them down into that part of the trap, which will give me a chance to get in and clean them up once I've finished this. Right, so I'll fill this up while we're here, so they won't be able to get through into the viewing platform area. I'll just take these last few off, and then we'll float down the middle there and seal that bit off and kill them guys and see what drops they've got for us. And that's the start. The next thing is to stay 24 blocks away from the spawning platforms to allow them chance to spawn, and they won't despawn then. So that's all of the platforms cleared, so now they're all proper spawning platforms. The viewing platform there fully sealed in. This pick is about at it, so that's good. So I'll go down here now and fill these last 2 glass blocks in so that they can't get in this way. Alright, so one there and one there. And the vines have grown down nicely. Now these guys can't attack me, and I can kill them. So they can't get to me. I can just keep killing them, and I'm safe in here. I think I can get pretty close as well. See, this is right up against the fence posts. I'm pretty sure that they're unable to attack me through these fences. This is how dangerous it could be, and I've got several of them here now. So I can just beat them up. Not only will the XP float to me, but also their drops would float to me as well. You see the way they're getting knocked back a little bit? That may be the only issue, is that their drops may end up back there. But this is the only way I can see of doing it properly. So I'm basically taking on three of them at once. They will die eventually, and just keep hitting them. When we get better weapons, we'll probably kill them faster, but right, for now, this is the best we've got. There we go, there's the drop. There's the first one down. There's still 3 by the looks of it, so we'll just keep killing these 3. Now, I don't think any others will spawn, because every other platform is still within 24 blocks of me at the minute. So that means they're not spawning while I'm down here. So the idea will be to have some platform upstairs, 24 blocks above, that we just stand around in and let them spawn in here, fill up this little kill chamber, and come down and just kill them all. See, that drops just behind the fence, but you can get it through the fence, so you can pick it up. That drop, again, just behind the fence. And this last one, there we go. Easily done, and 19 shards from those guys. Now when we're building up into the guys that drop the full gems, we should be looking okay. So I'm going to make my way up, and I'm going to build a little chamber 24 blocks higher than the platform in order to stand around and to let them all spawn in these platforms, and then we'll give the XP farm a test run. Right, so I have made a little chamber here at level 34 exactly, which is just far enough away from the spawning platform so that they'll spawn nicely, and they have been spawning nicely if you look on the mini-map. There's tons and tons of enemies down there. This is also 2 blocks higher than the special Divine RPG mobs spawn. They spawn level 32 and below, so we've got quite a good place here just lit so normal mobs can't spawn. If we go down, we should be able to kill all these mobs and see what they give us. There's a lot of them down here. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's even the eye down there. So we've got... oh, we've even got the pumpkin traders as well with 1,000 hit points. That's crazy. There's all sorts coming in here, isn't there? Yep, lots and lots. So we'll have a little fast forward montage to finish the video and have a quick look to see how much loot I get from all this lot at the end of it. They're all clear. Let's have a look and see what we got. I had to empty my inventory halfway through that because I had all the building materials still on. So a lot of golden pickaxes. Not greatly useful, but I'm sure we'll use them up. 38 real might ingots, a couple of rupees, a couple of diamonds, and a few corrupted shards. Not a bad haul. Plus a level or so. Pretty good. And that's it. End of.